Hello, welcome, here we are. Welcome to Monday Night Live 42. I'm here with Warren from NQ Explorers.
Hey Ben.
The world's greatest YouTube channel. What's going on in YouTube land?
We've been out and about and travelling around. We did a trip into New South Wales.
I saw that really good video on the Condamine.
Yeah.
That was a good video.
Yeah, we're going to start doing a few just to travel. People have asked us, can you do travel and just travel videos? Some of them might have a bit of prospecting in them, some bit of metal detecting.
Yep.
Adds another dimension to the experience.
Yep. Yeah, and it's worthwhile. It's it's part of what you do anyway, isn't it?
Yeah. That's right. And it's all associated: camping, hunting, fishing, metal detecting, prospecting.
Yeah.
Four-wheel driving.
It's all the same thing.
And I mean, really, in Australia, you got to have a good four-wheel drive to get to most places that are worth, prospecting ore for old relics and stuff. You're not going to get there in a Corolla.
Yeah, no. Well, plenty do.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, plenty get stuck too.
Yeah, plenty get stuck out there. That's right.
Yeah. So that's Warren's logo. So go have a look at Warren's YouTube channel on what is it? YouTube.
YouTube, yeah.
Yeah, NQ Explorers, something like that.
We try to put a video up every fortnight, on a Tuesday evening or something. So just to keep things ticking over.
Well, that's good. And you've got a few coming up, haven't you?
Yeah, I've got actually, but sort of relevant to tonight. I got a dry panning video coming up.
Oh, that'd be good. Did you use one of these?
No, I didn't use a tin pan. Here's one of these.
Yeah.
But because I get a lot of people asking, and with the drought and everything, although you wouldn't have to show the technique. The thing about dry panning, though, I mean,
it's hard to do.
It's not easy because you can't see the gold.
Yeah.
And these days, I mean, the dry panning techniques and dry blowers are developed back in the 1800s because obviously the water they had was needed for drinking. Yeah. Like Kalgoorlie, Eastern Goldfields, WA, you had to drink every drop of water. You weren't going to use it to wash gold.
Yeah.
So, I mean, in the end, you don't probably need to go dry panning these days unless you're out bush for weeks on end and you didn't have much water.
Yeah.
But even then, you still need. You've got to take your concentrate home. That's what I always feel. Because in the field, and this is why we find gold nuggets on dry blowing heaps, because you can't see the gold.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So dry panning is a lot of fun. It's a way to that you can loam a bit of ground following colour. Dry panning if you can't carry the water into a bit of and you're a fair way from a track or something.
Yeah.
It is a technique you can use to find small gold, but it's not efficient.
No.
Not efficient.
I always feel like I did a dry panning one here with two decent sized nuggets.
Yeah.
And only got one of the nuggets back. And they were decent sized nuggets.
Yeah.
Like.
Well, and you need it, but I mean, you can doing it indoors is one thing, but you need a windy day outside for it to work really well.
Yeah.
Because you need to winnow the dirt off the gold. But even then, most of that mineralised soil, if you've got any kind of ironstone in the soil and you've got a reddish brown soil, you're not going to see the gold.
No, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, you need the water.
And as soon as you put a drop of water in the pan, bang, up comes the gold.
So, tonight's gold panning night.
Yeah.
We had a few internet issues there before. The old internet just dropped out clean, so we had to reboot everything.
Daylight saving, I'd blame for that.
Yeah, blame for that.
The Sydney servers, something went wrong.
Yeah, exactly. So
they're hour ahead of us.
So tonight's prize, and it's a share this live stream while it's on. We've got a Garrett gold pan kit to give away. Now they're the big ones. That's the 4-kit version, and then we've got
some gold.
Some gold. Now, who gives away?
Gold?
Who sits here on a Monday night and gives away gold live on Facebook? So, we've got a $270 bag. We've got a what's that bag? That's a $70 bag, and we've got a $25 bag. So, all of these are going to be given away tonight live. We've got 3 of those actually, 3 of the little bags.
Guaranteed colour.
Guaranteed colour.
You may not retire on what you find, though.
You won't retire. I guarantee it.
Unless you live by very frugal means.
Like I can feel the weight in this bag. There isn't. That's not enough.
That's a kilo of gold.
There's not enough to retire on in that. No, definitely not.
I hope you put some dirty in with the gold.
So that's what we're going to do. We're going to show you how to gold pan. We're going to show you how to use a snuffer bottle.
Yep.
What else are we going to do? We're going to talk a bit of crevicing.
Yeah, talk a bit about where to look.
Yep.
Not a lot though, because
we've covered that a few times.
But I mean, the where to look situation, you can have all the best gear in the world, and this applies to metal detectors too, but unless you're going to the right gold is deposited.
Yep.
It's green there now.
Right. I believe we're might be back, but on a different... So this might be broken up into 5-minute sections. Anyway, we will see how we go here with this one. So let me just get our comments back up. So guys, sorry about this. We're having some internet issues. Come and join us over here. It's a much better live stream here. Hopefully we can go longer than 5 minutes this time. Who said that the new shop was a crap location?
This Mount Gravat's like the Middle Ages or
It
something.
is.
It's freaking horrible.
Yeah. Thanks for that. Right.
No, it's great.
Yeah, it's fantastic. So
is anyone watching us now?
yeah, we got a few on. Yep.
I don't know what we're saying.
80 of us come across. So right,
we're talking about sampling. Right?
Sampling, yes. So we were talking about dry blowers.
Dry blowers. Yep.
Yeah, that they were happy to
That's right.
lose a lot of
So
gold.
when you think about it, when you're wandering around the gold fields and you look at it, I'm talking about metal detecting, you see a dry blower heap, everyone detects a dry blower heap. They're easily distinguished because you've got oversize on one side, they've been sieved in this fine and coarse material. But if you think about it from a panning aspect, how much fine gold's in there that the metal detector's not going to hear, and that there's no way the old timers saw dry blowing.
Oh, they won't see it, sort of thing.
So it'd be worth getting a couple of, plaster buckets of
any dry blower
heap, take it home.
Yeah, there will always be gold in
paint
it.
it
Yeah. Now we've been a bit neglectful and we haven't said hello to anyone, so we may as well say hello. I've got Andrew from the Young Guns.
Oh,
He's been a bit sensitive that I don't say hello to him personally.
Oh, Young Guns in Rocky?
In Rocky, so hello Andrew. I don't want you to, Trevor's here and Baz is here. Baz has had a good week. He's 1.75 grams out in the Victorian goldfield, so he's having a lot of fun.
Good.
So there's a lot of people here, Barbara and Dean and Francis. I saw Lynn there before.
So everyone's come across from the other...
Yeah, we're getting them across.
The debacle.
Yeah, the debacle, the new debacle, this week's debacle. Yeah, welcome to the show. This week's debacle is internet.
Yeah, sampling. So you were talking about we were talking about where to sample, and where to look in the goldfields if it's not a creek situation, because often you see old timers working on the side of a hill or in other areas where there is no water.
Yeah.
And particularly you see a lot of Chinese workings where they used to take the gravel somewhere else to wash it.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's where you see the old tail races and the flumes and all the things that they constructed to move water.
Yeah.
So these days that's all gone, or it's overgrown, or it doesn't work, and the water's not coming through it. So there's actually no water getting to the diggings.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, it's worth looking at all those old workings for your panning. Don't just think about going to a creek and panning.
No, that's exactly right.
There's other places you can look for gold.
Yeah. And Dustin's here. I think Dustin was the one telling me what's an acceptable loss for a dry blower, modern dry blower. So that will be interesting if Dustin mentions that. That'll be interesting. Nadia's here. So there's stacks and stacks of people here. So, will we crack onto it?
Yeah, get onto it.
Yeah, and before we drop out again.
Get onto what? What are you going to do? Demonstrate a bit of panning?
Yeah, let's do a bit of panning. So, what I've got set up over here is so I've got clean water, clean gravel, right? Gravel that we've washed and washed and washed, so there's no gravel in it.
No dirt in it.
No dirt, no colour in it. So
no gravel, it's just gold.
Just gold, yeah. It's a bloody heavy pan.
That's an easy way to pan.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So we've got some gold. So I've got some gold separate here. I'll just go over and I can
some flour gold.
Some real fine flour gold.
It's pretty looking gold.
And I'll talk you through it. So here's a little bit of gold there. I can't see your comments up. If there's any comments there, Warren, just sing out.
What's this little triangular, this little doohickey you got with the gold in it?
This little doohickey's a little pouring doohickey.
Yeah, that's good, isn't it?
So, yeah. it's good. Yeah, it was a little present from Goldrat actually.
Oh, I suspected it was.
Yeah, and he's put the GD in
Okay.
in it. So yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to throw that in, and we're just going to do a basic pan.
This is making a cake.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, exactly. So we'll just throw that in, and we'll just get rid of that. So the gold's sitting in the pan there. We'll just put a bit of water in and wash that. So that gold's sitting on the top of the pan. You'll see it's floating a little bit there, but it won't after a while. So the first thing when you're panning is you want to loosen up the material in the bottom, break the clay up in the bottom. There's not a lot of clay in this material, obviously, because we've washed it and washed it and washed it.
Yep.
So you can still see there's a little bit of dirt coming out of it, sort of thing. So what you want to then do is you want to get a bit of side-to-side motion or round-and-round motion. And what that's doing is settling all the heavies to the bottom of the pan. A lot of people like to tip the pan back when they're doing that to get the gold at the back of the pan.
So all that flour gold's probably gone right down through all that gravel and out of the bottom of the pan.
It'll be sitting in the back of this pan here. So, and as you tip it forward and let the lights go off the top, you're not losing any of that pan, because that gold will be sitting up the top here, down that light material off the top, right? We'll bring it back into the pan, get it back so that we're not risking losing any gold here. And then we do the same thing. We get a bit of water in there, let it settle, and wash it off.
So of course, in the field, your concentrates like your black sands and your heavy ironstones are going to be going with the gold at the bottom of the pan.
Exactly, yeah. Anything heavy, gemstones, the whole works.
Gemstones, it works well for gemstones, yeah.
Quite often, you'll find, quite often I've found a few garnets lately.
Okay.
They're not worth anything, they're little chips and what have you, but you can definitely see the difference in the colour of them.
Yep.
So, I've got distracted, I don't know what I'm doing here.
No, you haven't lost any gold, I don't think. It's all
I don't think so. And I've been pretty rough with it here. So we'll just wash it off here.
Yeah, well, I mean, these are laboratory conditions. It's not like this in the field.
No.
It's going to be rough in the field.
Yeah. So I'm being pretty harsh with it here. You could be a lot smoother, particularly if you had concentrates. You'd be a lot smoother.
Yeah.
Right. But if you just test,
plus, if your sample came from a puggy clay, you could have to spend a lot of time breaking up the material in the pan.
Yeah.
Because you can't even classify it most of the time. It just won't go through a sieve.
Yeah.
And so you have to bust the gold out of the clay because it'll adhere. The tiniest flake of gold will adhere to the clay particles, and you'll wash them out.
You can see a bit of colour starting to come out the side here.
Yeah, it's nice.
So I'll bring that back into the pan, settle it back into this bottom corner here, right? And then we'll get really savage with it. You wouldn't get savage with it at the moment, but you can see that gold's just sitting there.
Yeah.
It's not going anywhere. I'm starting to see a fleck of gold coming up
into this first riffle.
Into the first riffle. So that's probably my signal then to bring it back
into the pan.
Bottom of the pan. And away we go.
You can see how that now that's a good example of the old tin dish with a single riffle. You would have lost that piece of gold.
Yeah, exactly.
So
with this, you've got a few patches.
Yeah, well, a few panic bars before it goes over the edge.
Yep. So,
I mean, if you're doing things like this, and if you happen to win one of these bags of pay dirt, or you're practicing on material that you know's got gold in it, don't do it on the grass. Do it into another pan and keep panning it and recycling
and keep practicing it. Sort of thing. Now, this gold pan, we got that pretty close now. We'll just bring that back. I noticed a couple of little gold flecks. I haven't washed them completely back, just up over the second riffle.
Yeah.
So I probably haven't lost any gold there. But what I'll do is I'll bring it all back here, and so just to give you guys a bit of an idea, let me just swirl that. There's actually a fair bit of gold in that. There.
Yeah.
So it's a good looking pan, but the other thing that I like about these gold trap pans, I've got a new love for these gold trap pans, because this is quite a long area.
Yeah.
So when you get you really want to clean stuff up, you can actually...
You can watch, look at it washing out there.
Yeah, and I can watch that piece of gold. That's the first bit of gold that's going down the thing.
And you know if you've been too violent.
I can wash that and see it's still sitting there.
Yeah.
Still sitting there. right?
Well, and the offset design on that 14-inch pan is really good because you can use it one-handed.
Well, you got
It's so easy to use.
And you've got this extra.
The big
length
working
here.
area, yeah.
So I'll bring that back now. And quite often what I'll do is I'll turn the pan and leave the gold up on a corner. Just like that. And the gold is actually sitting up here. See, there's a bit that's floated. It's really clear to see. I hope it's clear to see. That big piece that's floated.
Yeah, I
there.
can see that.
But yeah, so that's how you get it really, really clean. So if we were to swirl that now, right, there's a real rough swirl.
Ring the dish, yeah.
But yeah, you know, that's the gold we put in there.
Oh, I don't think you lost anything.
We wouldn't have lost much, so.
That's great.
So, is there any questions there on that little bit?
Well, about colours of gold pans, what's the point of having different colours in gold pans? Well, first thing I'll say is don't have a yellow one.
Yeah.
But every different companies have different. Garrett believe that green is the best contrast for yellow gold. Mine maybe is a blue pan.
Yep.
Old timers used wood. I think they could use a frying pan.
Yeah, and yours aren't that green
Well,
anymore. Like
this has done a lot of work. That's about 20 years old. That pan.
yeah. So
it's, as you can see, that I mean it's still as solid as a rock, but it's faded a bit.
yeah.
It's they don't stay bright green forever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
and,
of the abrasive.
Yeah, and like the old steel pans, like they're that.
They need to be rusty.
Yeah, they need. Well, that needs to be burnt in a fire.
Or burnt in a fire.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so I suggest to people don't worry too much about colour. A lot of the geologists. I had a geologist in here the other day. He said, "Oh, I'm chasing white pans. He's looking for white pans."
What for what?
I don't know. So.
He's never found any gold, but he's
No. He's looking for white pants. So
yeah.
I don't know, but anyway, they're looking for white pants. So yes. So yeah, the colour's not important. It's you better.
That's a good idea there. You practice it with birdshot. Practice panning because lead's the same specific gravity as gold. If you're worried about losing gold.
Or that's a $25 bag of pay dirt, right? I mean, we sell it. There's a few other people that sell it, but of course I'm going to use this and say buy mine. But this pay dirt, like that's $25, and you can use that over and over and over again, and it's guaranteed to have gold in it. So that's not a bad way to start. Or buy this $270 bag.
They're a great idea for new chums who just want to get into the hobby.
Oh, how do you practice?
I know.
You go out to the goldfields, you pan.
You could be digging up all day in the gold. You could be digging up gold all day, but your panning technique's dodgy.
Or
and you're throwing gold out.
Or there's no gold, and you don't know. So
yeah,
if you get your panning,
you've got to have your techniques.
Yeah, exactly.
You've got to train yourself, and everyone develops their own style of panning.
Yeah,
I've seen all sorts of different styles of panning, all with the same dish, which is some people take 4 or 5 hours to get through a dish of gravel.
Yeah, exactly. So
they don't lose any gold, but I've gone home by that time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Apparently whites for gemstones and
sapphires and ruby. That makes sense.
Which makes sense. Yeah. So right. So we're going to get into what's a gold. Is that okay? I've just had a question about. There's a stack of different pans, turbo pans.
Yeah.
Someone's just asked about gold claw.
Okay.
Maybe this is a good opportunity to bring in.
Here. I've got a bit of ancient gold archaeology. That's
gold archaeology. Here we go.
Yeah, that's a traditional gold pan. Well, it's not really. The traditional gold pan has a single riffle around the edge.
That's an E-swing one.
That's a modern version of it.
Yeah.
So, but the point is that these pans, like that one you just saw Ben using there, that's a Garrett little 14-inch pan. That's what I call a traditional gold pan. It's based on the principle. It's a dish with riffles.
Yeah.
Right. Anything other than that to me is a gimmick pan. Doesn't mean it doesn't work, but I call them gimmick pans, and that includes turbo pans.
Yeah.
I don't use turbo pan. I
don't feel like I got any control.
I don't see the advantage. It's like reinventing the wheel.
Yeah.
Now look at this one here. I bought this about 15 years ago. It's a grizzly pan.
Now is that similar to the? There's a gold hog pan as well. Is it very similar?
Yeah. And a gold claw is like a big glove sort of arrangement. Hand shape.
Okay.
But this grizzly pan, the idea is you just load that with all your material goes in there.
Yeah.
Same principle. You agitate it under, but the thing about this needs a lot of water.
Yeah.
You got to have that depth of water at least to get it in the water. You can't dry pan with this. So you agitate this in the water. all the gold sits to the bottom like you just saw Ben demonstrate. Then you pull a rubber bung out and the concentrates fall out.
Oh.
But what do they fall into? They fall into
Into a
they fall
pan.
into the gold pan.
Yeah, exactly.
But you know what I mean. But
So it's a sluice.
It's a sluice box pan. There's a couple of problems with it. I used it a lot. One is you keep losing the rubber bung, and without that it doesn't work.
You'd get halfway
That's
through.
like trying to have a bath without a flow.
Yeah.
It's bloody hopeless.
Yeah.
But it is a good pan because it concentrates all your material, and what you can do then is to rake out your oversize, you're tipping it like this, and there's riffles there. Re-agitate, goes to the bottom. It basically is a sieve, so you get all your concentrates and your heavies in the bottom.
Yeah.
And you take them home.
Yeah.
But you still, to me, you got to pan it off.
Yeah.
Because you can't use a snuffer bottle in that.
No.
To recover your gold.
No. Well, you'd never get it fine enough either.
No, you'd never get it fine enough.
Yeah, exactly.
So there's a good bit of gear. I've used it quite a lot. It was one of those things where we all love going into prospecting shops and you just want to buy something, so I bought it.
Yeah.
It works.
Yeah.
But that's what I call a gimmick pan.
And I mean, the idea of that is that it moves a lot of, moves more
Lose
dirt.
a lot of dirt.
Yeah.
And you don't
it's the same
classify,
as,
you don't sieve anything, just dump it all in there and away you go.
And it's the same as gold hogs, their big pan,
That's
metal
right.
pan.
Well, you can just don't classify anything and just keep dumping your concentrates.
Yeah. Yeah.
And just throw your oversize out the top.
And that's, have you got a super sluice there?
Yeah, this is super sluice.
So the super sluice pan, it's designed to have big riffles on it.
Giant 90-degree riffles.
And you can process a stack of material.
That's a big. You can appreciate that the base is a big working area there. You can put a lot of material through that pan.
Yep.
You don't want to overload a pan ever. That's one other thing. You don't want. You see people with.
You can't.
Ain't going to work.
No.
You're going to throw gold out all over the place.
But
and you can't throw gold out of these pans if you.
If you work hard.
Them. Yeah.
But that pan there, you can put through a 20-litre bucket and that in about 5 minutes, flat.
And you've got your loss rate will be small.
Yeah, and I mean you wouldn't do it all day.
No.
But just to show off, you can do it in 5 minutes.
But
yeah,
normally that to me if you're out in the bush working that's your primary that would be primary instrument.
Processing.
If it's not your processing, if that's not your primary processing, you'd be using a rocker box or a high banker. You know what I mean? Because you're not going to use this as a finishing pan.
No.
That's where you use this little fella as a finishing pan.
Yeah. Well, and I actually use the gold trap now because it's got that long edge on it, and I can.
Well, that's what it's designed to do.
Yeah, it's a beautiful pan.
That's been around about 2 years. Garrett came up with these pans more than 30 years ago. It was my understanding. I think that Garrett's going to go to that eccentric design with all their pans. They haven't done it yet, but it'll happen.
Oh, that long edge is fantastic.
Yeah.
So, right, question I get all the time is how to use a snuffer bottle.
Snuffer bottle.
So.
What is a snuffer bottle? I'm going to ask. How do you get your gold?
I've got to go and get a snuffer bottle.
Go and get a snuffer bottle.
I've got one here. It's floating in my bucket.
See, all this fine gold's great, but you've got to get it out of the pan.
Yeah.
And you've got to be able to do it in the field because as you go through different pans...
That's in there.
As you go through different pans, during the day, I've been in the situation where I forgot my snuffer bottle, ended up with 4 pans full of gold all over the place.
Well, you didn't take me on this trip.
No, I know. No, I wouldn't say full of gold.
Four pans full of gold.
Okay, I had a couple of flakes.
You sitting here next
I had
to
a couple of flakes in this one and a couple of flakes in 2 others.
You didn't think...
I might have enhanced that story a bit.
You didn't think they put them all in one pan?
Well, I thought about that after a while because I'd run out of pans.
Yeah, well...
I got to go into town and get another pan.
Yeah.
But so to recover your gold, you use one of these snuffer bottles.
And basically it's...
Well, we're not on video here, we're looking at the...
No, we are, yeah.
Oh, we are?
Yeah.
So that's basically you use suction from the bottle. It's got a glass rod in it or a plastic rod.
Yeah.
Fill this with water.
So I'll show you how to use it,
Okay, so Ben's going to demonstrate it.
Yeah, I'm going to demonstrate it. Right, we're over here on the... So we've got our string of gold. You need a bit of water in the pan to start with. And you need a bit of water in your snuffer bottle. So what I just do is squeeze the snuffer bottle and suck up a little bit of water. You don't necessarily need to have a bit of water in the pan, but I reckon it's a bit easier. So it's very, very simple. You squeeze you hold it upside down and squeeze the snuffer bottle in. As you come into the gold, let me lift it up here so you can actually see what's happening. You just slowly release the snuffer bottle.
So you're vacuuming the gold in.
And you're vacuuming all that gold up into that snuffer bottle. So all that gold is actually sitting right in the bottom of this snuffer bottle, and you can then So, and you can then go in and squeeze out again, not lose any gold, and suck up the next lot, right? So what we might do is we'll tip this out. I've got a little pan here.
Yeah.
We'll tip it into a pan and see.
And then you.
Here, well, I'll just rinse. So.
And then you need a gold vial to take home or whatever.
Yeah.
Geez, that's nice. Look at that.
So that's it there. So, and that's virtually pure gold with not much sand or anything like that in it. So that's.
But normally you might end up with a lot of black sand in there, wouldn't you? You could use a magnet to remove the black sand.
Out or yeah, but that's sort of pulling that's using these snuffer bottles. And once you've used it once or twice, it's not complicated to use. Like they're very simple to use.
Yeah.
So yeah. So everyone, as Warren was saying there before, everyone's got a bit of a different technique. Do you want to come and have a pan, Warren? I've got a bag of pay dirt here.
So this is going to be messy. This hasn't been washed, is it?
No, this hasn't been washed, but this will colour us up. You got a couple of questions here first?
Yeah. What's a good size? Tony wants to know what's a good size pan to have. Well,
14 inch.
Yeah, 14 inch. Ideally, I mean these pans that are for sale are made to ideal sizes. I mean,
it's a big pan.
Like the big super sluice. That's pretty hard for kids to work. That's going to be a lot. It's not meant,
No. So
it gets heavy when it's full of gravel.
See, I've just got to try and get the lights off here. See what's in this kit. This is a $95 kit, $99 kit retail. So in this kit over here, right, you've got 3 pans. So you've got the really small pan, you've got the super sluice pan, and you've got the gold trap pan, that pan I was using there before.
Yeah.
Then you've got a classifier, right? So if you want to break your material down to a smaller size, that's a 10mm classifier. Then also in that is a snuffer bottle, tweezers,
gold
magnifier,
vial, a little glass vial, DVD, book.
How
to do it.
With this and with this show, you wouldn't need anything else.
No, you won't need the pan kit.
No.
Oh, you probably do.
Yeah.
This Garrett calls that's they call it the backpacker pan. The idea is as the name says, you put it in the backpack and you go up the creek or you get away from your car.
Yeah.
Because good little pan for loaming, which is like following colour up a creek or up a hillside.
Yeah. Yeah. So so let's just have a bit of a recap here. Because there's these 2 blokes rabbiting on no one knows who we are. So I'm Ben from Gold Diggers. I got a little shop here in Brisbane, which has just moved to Mount Gravatt. So yeah, come and see me. And this is Warren from NQ Explorers. That's his logo there. So check out his YouTube channel. It's the world's greatest YouTube channel. And we do this every Monday night. So tonight, and we always give away a prize. Tonight we're giving away gold. So we're actually giving away pay dirt. That's a $260, $270 bag of pay dirt. We've got a $79 bag of pay dirt. We've got 3 $24 pay dirts to give away tonight. We'll draw them in about half an hour time. We're at about half time, but it will also draw the gold pan kit. So this is a deluxe gold pan kit. 3 pans, a sieve, and all the gear you need. And
it's a great starter kit for a family.
Yeah, actually, because there's a couple of pans.
Little kids love the little kids. Yep. It's just a great pursuit for kids in the summer, in the creek, in the water, and they get that excited when they see a little piece of gold in the pan.
Yeah, exactly.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, exactly. Where is tonight's backdrop location?
Oh,
Baz, that's a fantastic question. It's Gympie. It's sent in by Stephen. I forget Stephen's last name, but Stephen. Sent me in some photos of Gympie, and they've had big tornadoes go through there lately. So
supercell storm.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a bit of a
Trevor's comment about using detergent to break the surface tension. Otherwise, your flour gold will float on the water.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're not careful.
And you don't need much. Trust me, I've used too much and caused an issue in the shop. There was bubbles everywhere.
Didn't you put it in the sluice?
I put it in the sluice.
And it looked like a scene from some old movie with just a room full of bubbles.
Oh, well, I have been to Airlie Beach. There's a place you can go to at Airlie Beach and have foam parties. Well, they used to when I was a bit younger.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
Blake wants to see this pan working.
We can do that.
We can if you want to.
Yeah.
We can.
Well, I can bag a pay dirt there. You can do a bag.
What we'll do then? What about we put the pay dirt through this and drop the concentrates into the other pan and see what happens?
Yeah, sweet. Yeah, no problems at all. Easy.
So we got enough water there?
Yeah. Yeah, we have pay dirt available. Someone's asking about pay dirt. We do have pay dirt available right now. If you order it on the website, there's a stack of it arriving tomorrow. I got a couple of bags, but it may not be on the website, but right at this point in time. But you can, you can order it now and it'll go out tomorrow. So, right.
G'day to Melissa. Melissa said her kids love panning. That's great. Getting them out there and doing it. It's great fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the magnet for the black sand.
Yep.
Because you just got to be careful you don't pick up great clumps of black sand because you could have the gold will stick. It won't stick to the magnet, but it'll be caught up in a massive lump of sand.
And in fact, I've seen people with big magnets, like dirt fishing magnets, picking up big clumps of black sand to put it in the pan to pan it.
Oh, right. Or you could crevice with a magnet.
So, so I just noticed a question there. What is pay dirt? So pay dirt is, well, pretty much what it sounds like. So it's dirt that comes off a mine, right, that has some gold in it, right? Then they add gold to guarantee that there's gold in it to it, and then they put it in a bag and here it is here. So that's pay dirt. So so it's guaranteed to have gold in it, but the amount does vary, sort of thing. So I don't know, like these bags are all heat sealed, so I don't know what's in these bags we're about to pan, but you know, it's bound to have a.
Well, you want to run it through this old
jalopy
here? We'll
through the jalopy.
Yep.
So right, we'll flick it across if you head over there to our panning station, and we'll. So that's it. There, I better open a bag. Do you want a big bag or a little bag? Little bag.
Let's go with medium.
Okay. Here's a medium.
This thing hasn't seen the water for a while.
Yeah. So this is a $60 bag.
Okay.
So
this is going to get dirty, isn't it? Because this isn't washed.
This isn't washed, but this stuff's been coming through really sandy though, with a stack of black sand. So this will be interesting. This is see how sandy it is. It's like proper sand.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So
that's really weird.
Yeah.
So this grizzly thing, I don't know if you can even buy these things anymore. It's an American pan. So basically, same principle as what Ben just demonstrated. Gold, high specific gravity. It's the heaviest thing that's going to be in the creek. Unless you've got some platinum in there, that would be nice.
Yeah, exactly.
But so if you agitate it, it'll drop to the bottom. So what I'm going to do now is go to this pan. You've got a rotary motion. It's just side to side. Now, if you're actually in the field, this would be covered with oversized gravel, and I'd be raking that gravel out. And what would be happening? These riffles would catch any gold that had dropped to the bottom. So I don't know what size this pay dirt has been sieved down to.
It's pretty fine.
Is it? Okay, well, it's probably all going to go through the hole in the bottom.
Oh.
Maybe it might catch some of it. But anyway, the point being that in the field, this avoids the need to classify the material within reason, because the bigger stuff won't go through the slot when I pull the bung out of the bottom. This is a very, very simple. There's no technique to this thing at all. It's just backwards and forwards. Anyone can do this.
And you could force that a lot harder than what you're doing, couldn't you?
You would in the bush.
Yeah.
And you could really, ideally, should be stirring that up because it could be clay.
Yeah.
There are larger particles in there.
Yeah.
In the field, you'd be going hard with it because you really agitate it hard. I just don't want to splash the computer system. We've already had a couple of technical issues.
That's all right.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're in the laboratory conditions here.
If we go dead, Warren's buddy
drown
the computer. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just going to agitate that as you would with a circular pan. But there's no technique to this at all. Right? Like there's a bit of an art to a circular pan that you need to learn.
It's pretty simple though.
I'd be pretty confident to say that gold's all in the bottom of this thing now. So it's just a matter of we'll just drop it into this little backpacker pan.
So do you wash the oversize off it more than that?
Well, normally you know a lot more oversize. I will then.
Like you can run it down those riffles, can't you?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
See, well, I go down. There's some black sand in that, isn't there?
Yeah, there seems to be a bit of black sand in it. So
the slot's going to hold all the gold.
yeah.
It's not going to come out of there now, unless I go upside down. I'm not planning on that.
Or your bung falls out.
Yeah, and the bung, and it floats down the creek. I've had to chase this thing way down the creek on the Queensland because once the bung's gone, the thing's useless. Yeah. They should have put a little
string on
a
it.
little cord on it.
Yeah.
Oh, I could have.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the big reveal. I won't take any more of that out.
Yeah.
No, I will. I'll tell you why.
That's what I like about you, Warren.
We're gonna
Decisive.
Yeah, I'm decisive. We'll go really agitated here. If there's no gold in this, it won't be my fault.
It'll be the pay dirt's problem.
Okay, so here we go. I'll pour this bung out. The idea is you wash the
pan.
Yeah.
So I've got a question here, Warren, and I don't quite know how to deal with it myself.
No,
How do you deal?
I understand this already.
How do you deal with mercury in the pan? Have you come across that?
I've seen. It's one of the nasties of the old timers working, just balls of mercury in bedrock.
Yeah.
Because they've worked the creeks and and that mercury's there forever.
Yep.
Down in crevices.
Never breaks down.
Never breaks down. Gets absorbed into your body.
Yeah.
It's pretty nasty
Pretty
stuff.
horrible stuff. Probably not worth mucking around with for a buck's worth of gold.
If you find a bit of mercury in your pan, I'd be getting rid of it.
Yeah. And by getting rid of it, do it sort of responsibly. I don't know what that responsibly is.
I don't know. You get rid of mercury. You have to. Most of these old creeks. This is the thing about all this trouble in Victoria at the moment. I'll get political about taking ground off people and returning the bush to work.
Yeah.
That bush has been devastated.
Oh.
Environmentally.
Yeah.
Like they were hydro-sluicing mountains down to nothing. There were mercury and cyanides in all the creek lines.
Yeah.
Like, especially North Queensland.
Yeah.
In the old tin mine areas, they've got signs up now that like it's deadly poison the water in
Oh,
the creeks.
you can go out
The
to
cow drink and die.
you can go out to Warwick now. I know for a fact there's one dam out there, and it's not right.
Yeah.
Like it's the wrong colour.
Yeah.
Like it's chemical green.
Yeah.
Like it's not good. So
There we go. This is look at that bit of pay dirt, bit of gold in it.
bit of colour. Oh, there's a couple of decent size. Yeah, that's good, Warwick.
So what we've proved there is that so this old pan here did concentrate everything to the bottom. The gravity works.
Yeah.
We've proved that gravity works.
Yep.
And now, I mean that pay dirt.
You can hold it up to that a bit more as long as the
Okay.
light. Yeah. See, look at that. There's a fair bit in that. Like that's a small pan.
Yeah.
So
The thing is there that
is that a bit of gold floating? I don't think it.
Does
I'll get a
look
bit
like
of detergent.
Okay, we've got some flour gold there, because there's some tiny gold in that sample. Ben's going to get a bit of detergent. You can see the surface tension of the water suspending the gold. Look, it's picking the gold up, and I can actually pick the gold up.
I've got a bit on my finger here. Like
Bang, gone.
straight down.
Straight to the bottom.
Yeah. And that won't float anymore.
No. That's awesome.
Yep.
Well, the thing is, in the field, this old blue thing would have a lot more oversize to deal with, obviously.
Yeah.
So that was an ideal situation.
Perfect situation. Yeah.
Well,
So Brendan says the chemists may take mercury
oh, okay.
as long as it's contained, and you
As long
don't
as
drop it in their hand.
Yeah, just bring a big ball and bat it across the room. The thing is, that's the thing, you've got to get the mercury. But I've seen that in some of those old creek lines up north. Big ball of mercury in the bottom of the creek. Like it's because it's accumulated, it never moves.
Yeah,
ever.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you feel like doing another one? You feel like doing the big one?
Yeah,
Big
well,
bag. We got a
well,
$300 bag of pay dirt here to do.
I don't know if I'm that trustworthy. Look, I've lost the bung. See the problem with this thing?
At least you don't have to run down the creek
I
chasing
don't
it.
know where it is. It's probably in this bucket somewhere. So we're going to do a big bag.
Yeah, we'll break open a $300 bag, eh?
Someone wants to say how much that one was, that bag.
How much is
That's a what was that? $250.
Can you see that?
So that was that was a $60 bag, $69 bag.
So
So
that's the gold we got out of a $69 bag.
yeah, And there's not, like, let me be clear, there's not $69 worth
No.
of gold there, right?
There's $69 worth of fun, though.
There's a lot of fun there, particularly if you put the dirt back through and do it again and do it again and do it again, sort of thing. So it's great practice, particularly if you're new at gold panning. It's phenomenal for that. So, yeah. Right, so have you given up on your bung? You got the gold there?
Bung's gone.
Yeah. So,
It's lost.
yeah. So here, I'll open this bag.
So we're going to use the surface loose for this.
No, use the trap.
Okay. Okay. Alright. Okay, we're going to
So we'll wash that out.
get rid of it.
Yeah, just wash it in
Just
here.
dump this out the back somewhere.
No,
Oh,
it's my gold. Oh,
see, this is the trouble. I've got too many pants.
yeah, exactly. You should empty one out.
I never learnt that art. See, and this is me in the bush. I go and get another pan out of the car. I don't know what to do here.
Come home with 32 pans.
Yeah.
I can't get into this, bro. So, there's a, I'm having an issue here, opening the bag of pay dirt.
Not I'm setting the go.
I might have to get,
So Ben's going to get some sharp instrument to enter the pay dirt. What we'll do again is just combine two.
it's a bit rough when you can't get into a bag of pay dirt.
Yeah. That's nice. It's beautiful flower gold. Gee, it must assay pretty high. The stuff's pretty pure.
It's
Look.
yeah.
Like
yeah.
it's not ironstony or.
No.
Pure
It's
flower.
beautiful stuff. I thought you were taking the gold out of that.
Oh, I took it out of the wrong pan. Okay.
Why did you wash it in the? Because this is a big bag
No,
of
it
pay
was
dirt.
my plan to look at it in this pan before. Let's put it back in this other one, will we?
Yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna have to pan that bucket, aren't I?
There won't be a drop of gold in that pan,
No.
in that bucket.
I'm worried I'm gonna have to pan the red
I've
bucket.
sunk the pan now. It says that much gold, and I've sunk it.
Yeah.
Right.
So there's.
Look better in the little pan too. Look at that.
Yeah. There's a. Well, yeah. That's nice. It was in the little pan originally, wasn't it?
No, but that's the stuff.
Oh,
that come out
combined,
of
is it? Yeah. Right. So, will I just dump it in?
Yeah, dumping. This is that's pretty sandy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's real sandy.
So I mean, if you'd use that 10mm sieve, you're going to have obviously
Coarser stuff.
coarser stuff sub 10mm.
More like that.
Yes, you're going to learn, yeah, and this kind of stuff exactly.
Yeah.
So this, even though this is quite sandy, I'm still going to stir it up pretty hard. Because you can see that there's some clay content or salt content because it's discolouring the water.
Yep.
In the field, like I said, often in a Gulf, in a creek line, you'll have a false bottom and the gold won't go in the bedrock.
Yep.
It could be hung up on the edges in a clay layer somewhere, or the bottom. Actually, when I was in New Zealand earlier in the year, I was talking to a bloke who was running a lease with a 35-ton excavator.
Yep.
Trouble in New Zealand, there's too much water. It's not like Australia.
Yeah.
And you can't get rid of the water. But he went to bedrock. It was 10 metres down in the creek, and there's no gold on the bottom.
Oh, really?
Nothing at all.
Really?
It was all hung up about it's 300 to 400 above the bottom. A real thick clay,
Oh, really?
and all the gold was in the clay.
That must have been really, really hard to deal with.
He sold the lease to a Chinese consortium and got out of there.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was just too hard to work it.
Yeah, exactly.
The amount of diesel he was burning.
So Muffy here has got 8 20-litre buckets to pan, and she's just new at it by the sound of things. So she probably needs that super sluice pan to put through some material.
8 20-litre buckets is going to tie up a few hours.
Yeah, exactly. So
Well, anyway, what I would be doing there though, Muffy, is classifying that down further.
yeah,
I don't know how much if it's concentrated or if you've got oversize in it, get rid of it, because
yeah,
you might find you're down to 3 20-litre buckets if you classify it.
yeah, exactly. Yep.
Bit of weight in here, must be some good nuggets.
Yeah. Either that or
Could be the water and the wet sand.
yeah, it could be too. So there.
So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to as we said earlier, everyone develops their own technique. Some people have this swirling system. I just kind of use this. As long as you're agitating the material enough so that you can see lighter particles coming to the top, and the gold, in that case, will be going to the bottom.
Yeah.
And then, as Ben showed you earlier on, every now and then bring the material back. I haven't thrown anything out of this yet. Bring the material back into the back of the pan. Now, what I can do now is get rid of some of this material, because the gold is going to be down the bottom of the pan. So I can start throwing some of this over the top of the ripples, or you can use the back of the pan and just run it over the back of your hand like this.
Yeah, quite often I do that with the super sluice pan, just get it all settled and just scratch the top off it.
That's how it is now. But the super sluice especially, like if you're in a situation where you are wanting to process a lot of material, and you do want to process, you want to get through as much material as you can. Yeah. Especially if you're a weekender and a day in the bush, you don't want to spend an hour on each pan. Yeah,
exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. We'd like to, like classifying it, like to pan, there's two ways to operate with that. You can either classify it, and what that's doing is it say you don't have to take kilos and kilos of dirt home. Yeah. If I'm just sampling an area, I won't classify. I will actually just dig it and throw it straight in the pan and pan it out, and I'll classify it by hand. I'll pull the big rocks out myself. So that's what I would classify it to. But if I was finding fine gold, I would classify it to, I'd use that 10 mil sieve to classify it. You don't need to go any smaller than that. People classify it down to, you know, I get different layers and different, but you really, for panning, 10 mil is fine.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry, Dale.
Yeah. And if you're classifying a lot of material, if you're working a lot of material, you need to start looking at the super sluice pan, or even a little sluice. So
that's right. It's all about. That's what I mean. If your primary bit of gear, if your primary bit of gear is the super sluice pan,
yep,
you're limited on how much you're going to process.
Yep.
You need to, like you say, you start looking at using a rocker box or a high banker.
Because the game's all about how much material you can process, sort of thing.
And I mean, it all gets down to how much. You can dig gravel all day, but you've got to dig quality gravel. Yeah. It's just shoveling stuff in a bucket.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because, you know, at the end of the day, you do a pan up and you've got 3 specks of gold in it.
Yeah.
You know, you've shoveled the wrong stuff.
Yeah.
You need to classify the material.
Geez, you're
taking too long, anymore.
Well, you spend too much time talking.
I didn't want to. Okay. We'll go hard and get rid of all this rubbish.
Yeah. So, Jim says to say hello. Is it Jim or Tim? Tim. Says hello from Calgary in Alberta, Canada.
Oh,
so
nice.
you're probably close to exactly the opposite, not quite the opposite side of the world, but getting close to it, sort of thing. So, yeah, welcome. Thanks for coming along. And they're talking about staking a claim in New South Wales and the security deposit of 10,000 big ones. So yeah, you need to gone are the days where you could have a hobby mine. I remember as a kid going out to Warwick, and there'd be in the side of Big Hill where all the mines are. There used to be about 12 different blokes that owned a little mine, and that was hobby mining. So that hobby mining stuff is gone now. So yes. So
I won't go any further than that.
yeah.
It's taking too long, but just to give you an idea what we got out of that, there's a lot of gold in there. It's right through the dish.
Doesn't look as much in that big pan. So
no, because
Jim, sorry Jim.
We were using the little pan.
Yeah.
Before.
So there's a heap of people here. Tess, Steve, Vanessa, Rebecca, Mark. So, how much do you reckon's in that? It doesn't look that. It doesn't look that much.
It's got a bigger base. So.
Yeah. But that's a lot of gold. By the look of it, when you look at it live, there's a lot of black sand in that.
There's a lot of black sand, and
there's no pickers really. Is there?
There's no. I didn't spot the picker, but
yeah. Oh, that's really thick.
Yeah, that's thick in the bottom there. That's a good depth of
Gold there, yeah. So that's a lot of gold, that. Yeah, that's a better shot there, Warren. Yeah. That's a great shot there. There's a lot of gold in that. That's quite chunky.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's really, really good. So, anyway, so that's, yes. So, I reckon there's probably, in that last pan, I reckon there's probably, well over 2 grams.
Oh, it'd be 2 grams.
Yeah, or more sort of thing. So, Mark asked the question, will the detector pick up the gold in the pay dirt bags?
No.
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 And there is a slight problem that these are foil lined bags.
Yeah.
So,
But the thing is, there's no metal detector in the world to pick up flour gold. It just, no. That's not true. But there's some that can pick up very small gold, like a Falcon MD20, little handheld pinpointer.
yeah, I want to have a look at that.
Yeah, I've got one. I've got to bring it along the
keep
show. I meant to
it,
bring
yeah.
it. I keep every time I come here, I say I'm going to bring
I
the
got
Falcon.
the Falcon. Yeah. I've never seen it. It's a mystery.
Well, you're either a Falcon
Yeah.
or a Holden, man. It's a Falcon MD20. It will pick up that flour gold in a pan, but the trouble is with metal detectors, there's not enough bulk. There's too much air in between that gold
Yeah.
for it to return a signal to the circuitry.
Yeah. So,
Because and even on a pulse machine, the pulse needs to eddy around in something to come back on a return signal.
Yeah.
If there's no pulse eddying around, it's just the gold's just too small.
yeah. And that, like some of those bigger pieces out of that, I've got that one.
Oh.
Here. Some of those bigger pieces, you can, like some of those pulse machine
on the
on an
coil.
8 on the coil.
Yeah.
You
If
can
you
hear
got in the
something.
coil and you rubbed it like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And same with the Gold Monster. Same with some of these other VLFs, that Fisher F75. Max will scream
Max
on
will do
it. Even AT Gold will scream on it, sort of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
So, and the bigger pieces, an Ace 200 will do it. A Go Finder.
Oh,
will
for
do it.
sure.
Like they're all metal detectors, so they all find gold. So, yes.
So what's this? Will most high up creeks hold gold?
So, well, we might as well do our little creek.
Yeah, we'll do
And
a creek,
put
reading
our
a creek thing.
pictures thing. Like, and guys, you've probably seen these pictures before. It's because I tend to use them fairly frequently because they're just a good spot. So when we talk about inside bends, we're talking about point A, just on that, it's up over there somewhere. So yeah, it's a bit hard to work out. But anyway, so point A is the inside bend. That's where it's likely to hold gold. It's a low pressure zone.
It's slack water in a flood.
Exactly. And then point B, you can see those riffles, although they're not running exactly across the creek, they're pretty close. So those riffles are, and in the bottom of those, you've got to get right to the bottom of those. We recently did the nugget hunt up in Gladstone. You missed a great event there, but they've found no gold. The gold that was found, the fine alluvial gold was found, none of it was found on the top.
No.
It was only when they dived into the crevices.
You started busting it up.
Busting it up. So, and once a bit of colour came across, right, there was rocks rolling everywhere.
Yeah.
You know. So, and that's what you got to do.
Well, we did a show earlier in the year and we were talking about when we were in Arizona, Colleen and I, and they were busting up bedrock, and that small gold was deep in the bedrock.
Yeah.
I'm talking.
Live here now. Okay, we've got sound.
It's
We
Tuesday.
got-
It's Tuesday morning now. I'm just shaking the tape.
This is
Yeah.
this is Monday Night Live 42, part 32.
42C. DE and F.
So, we're back live again for the third time tonight.
After the silent movie.
Yes. So it turns out that Dopey here forgot to turn the sound back on from our previous little escapade. So
Is everyone gone home? Or what's
yeah,
going on?
I don't know whether anyone's here, but anyway,
So we've got to.
we're enjoying ourselves, aren't we?
The prize draw is all in silence.
Yes.
No one knows what happened.
So we better do this prize draw again.
Oh, couldn't I think I
So,
can.
yeah, exactly.
go on.
So, okay. So, small paid.
Can
Small
anyone hear us?
Yeah, it'd be nice to know if someone's.
Everyone's gone to bed.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially in New South Wales,
they-
it's like 3 o'clock in the morning next week.
They've given up on us. Here we go. Yes, they got sound.
Oh.
Hey. Right, so.
Okay. How many times are we going to do this?
Just once more.
Okay.
So the $25 bags of pay dirt, right?
$25 bag of pay dirt.
Barbara from Clunes.
Barbara from Clunes in the
right.
Victorian Goldfields.
Yes. James. I think James is from Queensland, but I'm
Queensland.
not sure where.
Somewhere.
But I'll contact you straight after the show. Scott, I believe, is in Newcastle.
Newcastle.
He certainly went to Newcastle school.
God's own country.
Yes. So they're the 3 small
The
bags.
small bag, now the medium bag.
Now that's a $69 bag of pay dirt. Is going to Leonie, who lives in Mudgee.
Mudgee, New South
Mudgee.
Wales Goldfields.
Now, gold pan kit.
Gold pan kit. We shouldn't be missing a beat. We've rehearsed
No,
this so many times.
we've done it a couple of times. So this is Colin, who lives, I believe, in Mount Sorrel,
Which is
somewhere.
in Australia.
We hope. And if it's not in
Oh,
Australia,
in Australia.
it might be in Canada,
Could be.
and that could be going to Canada.
Could
so, and then, so we'll contact you after the show about that one, Colin.
And the big prize.
And the big prize is $270 bag of pay dirt. Still a name I can't quite pronounce. Jusra? Jusera?
Jakara. Jukara.
Jusera? Anyway,
We're only
from
making
Gympie.
it worse for ourselves.
We are making it worse for ourselves. You've won this pay dirt, and I will contact everyone after the show. So thanks very much for everyone joining us for the.
Several times.
We will endeavour to stay online longer than 5 minutes next week.
No, it's more enjoyable when it's a bit rough around the edges. I think people enjoy that sort of thing.
No
They like not hearing what's going on.
Yeah, no matter how hard I try to get this right, I always muck it up.
I know.
Yeah,
You need
it's a talent, I tell you.
kind of someone in you computers here.
I've got a lot of.
You ought to see the gear. We should turn the camera around. The amount of gear we've got here. It's
Yeah.
like
You'd think it'd run like clockwork.
Oh.
No, it's the idiot on the controls, I think. But anyway,
we've got through it anyway.
thanks for everyone for joining us. I'll put up a link to the show next week, and
So are you going to be able to mash all this together into some sort of?
I'm going to try to. It might take me an hour. There's about 6 segments.
Yeah.
But yes, we'll try and put this together into one little show, and we'll work it all out. So
Righto.
okay, thanks a lot, everyone.
Good night,
This has
everyone.
been Monday Night Live.